Gauteng learners writing their matric exams will be given a maximum of an hour to arrive late today. That's in order to accommodate those who were affected by the taxi strike. They will also be allowed to write their exams at any school closer to them. Now, the Gauteng Education Department has urged parents to make alternative transport arrangements where possible. Well, joining us now is Gauteng Education spokesperson Steve Mabona, and he joins me in studio. Mr. Mabona, thank you very much for coming in. Firstly, has there been a serious impact on learners who are writing exams and who possibly couldn't get to school on time today as a result of the taxi strike?
Thank you very much, Xoli. Yes, we can confirm there has been learners that could not reach their exam centers. But like as we have already indicated, they can still go to the nearby exam centers and be afforded space to write. We have reports that are saying different districts have been accommodating learners that will be reporting to their centers. It's according to our exams rules, it's regarded as an irregularity. It will be recorded as such. But the chief invigilators are aware on what is it that they need to do in terms of administering that process.
Let me ask you the question, Steve. How big is the number of those learners who have been affected in this way? Because that also disrupts their psychological adjustment, if you like, because you are used to writing from a certain venue, you're probably used to your desk, and it trips you up.
Indeed. I mean, we have a maximum of 4 coming from across the districts. So meaning that the district will take probably 4 from the other district and the other one will take 4 or 3 or 2. Up to so far, those are the numbers that we have seen. We'll consolidate in the afternoon to say these are the numbers, but we have not received any report that a learner has not reached an exam center. It's a matter of those that arrived at wrong exam centers and those that would have been arriving late in their own exam centers.
Let's talk about the leakage of that maths paper. Happened in the early hours, I think, of Monday or Tuesday. You have sought to reassure the authorities that things are under control. In fact, I've been listening to the national spokesperson at Basic Education. Gauteng is one of those provinces that was affected by this. What has been the implication here?
Well, you will understand that the examination has been managed by National Basic Education and Umalusi. So now that they have communicated from where we are sitting, we're just monitoring the investigation because there are investigations that are continuing. So we can't be a player and a referee. We'll give them space to investigate and they will guide us on what's going to be the way forward. So all what we need to do must just make sure that the administration of the examination, there's integrity that is still upheld, and make sure that we continue with the process of making sure that papers are afforded security that they deserve, and interact with our officials on how to make sure that they manage the exam, with integrity.
This leakage, Mr. Mabona, are you at liberty to tell us where it came from? Because there is Gauteng and Limpopo. These are the 2 provinces that have been flagged as affected by this, where learners would have had a copy of this paper.
Well, that will form part of the investigation that is ongoing. And National will be in a better place to say what transpired. But there will also the outcome of how we're going to be moving forward. They will be responsible for that.
All right, Steve Mabona, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you very much for making the time to speak to us. He speaks for the Gauteng Education Department, just giving us an update on those learners who may have been affected by the national strike.